Take a deep breath, because what just arrived about 3I/ATLAS isn't an update, it's a reality check. The newest images, the fresh data, and the unexpected statements from top scientists are pointing toward one uncomfortable truth. This object is no longer behaving like a normal comet. Something out there is changing the narrative. It's shifting direction with impossible precision, glowing with patterns that don't match any known physics, and releasing jets that look engineered rather than natural. And now, a Harvard scientist has gone public, betting that evidence of non-human technology will be discovered before 2030. And 3I/ATLAS might be the first clue. If you thought this was just another rock drifting through space, you're about to rethink everything. The shift began the moment the newest images of 3I/ATLAS hit the astronomy feeds. What should have been a distant, unremarkable visitor suddenly showed details nobody expected. Amateur and professional telescopes both captured the object brighter than before, its structure sharper, and its behavior far more complex than any standard comet model could predict. Time-lapse footage revealed something even stranger, not just a tail, but an anti-tail, a stream pointing toward the sun instead of away from it. That alone breaks the textbook explanation of how comet jets behave. But the real shock came when a second unrelated object appeared nearby. And at the exact moment both aligned with Earth, it too displayed an anti-tail. Two different bodies from opposite directions synchronizing the same impossible behavior at the same moment. For most astronomers, that wasn't just unusual. It was a pattern. A coordinated event in a place where nothing is supposed to coordinate itself. And the deeper analysts looked, the more the certainty faded. This wasn't just visual oddness, it was the first hint that 3I/ATLAS might belong to a category we haven't defined yet. But images were only the beginning. What came next made the mystery explode. Not long after the images spread, a spectroscopy report dropped. And that's when things stopped fitting into any comfortable explanation. The data showed that 3I/ATLAS wasn't just releasing gas or dust. It appeared to be rich in metal, a description completely out of place for something labeled a comet. The research team tried to frame it within the classic natural model. Maybe it collided with a primitive chondrite, maybe the impact mixed materials, maybe a thermal event exposed deeper layers. But none of that truly worked. Because if you know even basic comet physics, the contradiction becomes obvious. A comet is supposed to be an icy body, fragile, volatile, easily disrupted. It shouldn't behave like a metal-bearing structure ejecting enormous jets without tearing itself apart. And yet 3I/ATLAS has stayed perfectly intact, even while blasting out massive streams of material with the kind of consistency that natural rotation should never allow. The energy output doesn't match its size, the metallic signature doesn't match its category, and the stability doesn't match the violence of its own activity. You can stretch the natural explanation as far as you want, but the numbers keep snapping it in half. The metal problem isn't just a footnote. It's a major clue that the traditional comet narrative might be collapsing. And the deeper you go into the physics, the stranger it gets, because the energy calculations behind those jets raise even bigger questions. But here's where things get truly unsettling. For the first time, analysts noticed a sudden temperature spike coming directly from 3I/ATLAS, a spike that no natural comet should ever produce. It wasn't random. It looked controlled, almost like something inside the object briefly powered on. NASA went silent. Telescopes were restricted. And the official explanation? Thermal noise. But experts who reviewed the data say the signature looked eerily similar to engine activation. If that's true, then 3I/ATLAS isn't just passing through our solar system. It might be testing something. And then the trajectory changed. Not a gentle drift, not a gravitational pull. A precise, angular shift, the kind you'd expect from a maneuver, not from cosmic debris. Astronomers monitoring the event said the object defied every model they ran. No comet reacts this sharply. No fragment suddenly reorients itself like a vehicle correcting course. What's even stranger? The new path places 3IATLAS on a route that brings it closer to Jupiter than anything its size should safely attempt, almost like it's heading toward something specific. But NASA's official statement? Normal behavior. Yeah, sure. And just when everyone thought the mystery had peaked, radio dishes in California picked up something impossible. A repeating narrow band signal coming from the exact direction of 3IATLAS. Not noise, not static, a structured pattern, the kind used in communication systems. Within hours, the data was locked, access restricted. Every researcher involved was suddenly unavailable for comment. But the leak that slipped through, it claimed the signal wasn't random. It was a ping, like something out there was checking for a response. If that's true, then 3IATLAS isn't just moving. It's trying to talk. So here's where we stand. 3IATLAS isn't behaving like anything we've ever seen. Its metal-rich composition, impossible jets, precise course changes, and strange signals all push the boundaries of what science thought it understood. Some argue it's a natural anomaly, a comet gone wild. Others, including top scientists like Avi Loeb, suggest the possibility that we're witnessing something engineered, something that challenges the very way we classify objects in space. Whether it's natural or artificial, one thing is certain. This object is forcing us to look deeper, question assumptions, and reconsider the limits of our knowledge. And now the question is yours. If the patterns are real, if the anomalies persist, what do you think 3IATLAS really is? Could this be the first contact with something beyond humanity's reach? Or just the universe reminding us how little we know? Comment your thoughts, share this story, and keep watching, because this mystery is far from over.